Hello everyone. This is Sunday, July the 11th, 2021. Here on the waterfront in Dartmouth. And what a gorgeous day it is. It's a beautiful warm Sunday afternoon at 22 degrees Celsius. Feels about like 25. What a beautiful, beautiful day. I'm here at the ferry terminal looking out over the harbor, and you can see the McDonald Bridge in the background. And there's several boats in the harbor here today. And we're just going to take a little walk around this area first, and then we're going to focus on the skyline and what you can see across the harbor when you're looking over from Dartmouth side. Okay? So we'll walk up here first and see what's visible here. I see another boat coming in, so we might as well hang around and see what that one is. You can see now we're in stage 3 of opening up the economy. The sidewalk cafes are open once more. The restaurants are open for in-store dining in a limited capacity, but nevertheless, they're open. So everything is gradually returning to normal. We just love it. We're all excited about that. I'm just going to wait and see what this boat is that's coming in, and then we'll cover the whole thing all at once here, whatever's in the harbor, okay? So I'm going to walk over here and watch this boat come in, and then we'll have a look at everything else that's in here. We will see what this is. It might be the fireman's. I think it's the fire department boat, because they've been working on that in here for a few days now, off and on. So that's what that looks like. It's painted red, but I would say that was the fire boat, the fire department's boat. So, and these are just people's boats that pulled into the harbor here a few minutes ago, came undocked. They weren't here when I got here, but they docked here a few minutes ago, both these boats. And that is definitely the fire department's boat right there. As far as I know, they only have one, but there could be more, but I think that's it. They were working on it all part of last week at least, yeah. So, anyways, that's enough focused on the fire boat and a couple of boats that just docked here a few minutes ago, and that boat is churning up the water. It's making things rough. Look at that sailboat swinging back and forth, because that fire boat has got its motor churning up the water, and it's just creating havoc with these small boats. That's a big diesel engine in that, and can churn up the water. These are just small, light boats. No competition for that boat. There's quite a crew on it. They're the fire department that work at sea on these boats. If any boats get on fire and out here, these are the guys that come out. They got a big water cannon on the front, and they'll put your fire out if these guys come. Halifax Regional Fire and Emergency. So it's more than the fire department, it's also an emergency. If anything happens to anybody out there, these guys can come out and offer some medical assistance. So anyways, we're going to take a little walk out here now. You want to see these nice sailboats that are down here? That's a small one there, but that's a good size yacht right there. Maybe I'll see some fellow YouTubers down here. You never know. They're not plentiful. They're not all over the place, but we do have some, and it's possible I may encounter some YouTubers down here. I know when I look at YouTube, there's several people that made videos down here. It's just that I haven't been here at the same time. That's how it goes with these videos. We're walking the same path, but not at the same time. Very seldom we cross paths. For some reason, we never do. And I just missed a friend of mine the other day by a day, and she was at the same place I was, but a day sooner. And so, anyways, that's the way it goes. I'm over here now on this farthest dock that sticks out into the water. As you can see, there's one boat here. And we'll just come out here and take a look back at where we were and give you a different perspective of it. Okay, so that's where we just came from over there. Ferry terminal in the back. Alderney Street out there. And straight across that intersection is Portland, one of the main streets in Dartmouth. Anyways, today we're not going to worry about the streets in Dartmouth. We want to look at Halifax from Dartmouth. An in-depth view here of the area right here and what you can see from here. Look at this boat. They just painted that. That wasn't like that a short time ago. They painted it all up. Man, it looks nice now. Everything just shining. Amazing what a little paint can do for something. And it starts to get a little rusty and give it a nice fresh coat of paint. It looks like $1,000,000. And there's the ferry, one of the ferry boats. Two of the ferry boats are over there. In the background, you can see one. You might see a little bit of the other one. So I'm going to go right out to the end here. I see a couple of small boats in the water. And the McDonald Bridge is in the background. This is one of my favorite areas. This is probably my favorite area in Dartmouth. When I'm downtown in Dartmouth, is the ferry terminal area. Because it's a lot more than a ferry terminal. It's a park. There's a wharf here where you can come out here and fish. Those people are fishing with fishing rods. You can do that here. And there's loads of things to do here. And sometimes there's a market right over there. I don't know if it's operating today or not. We're in stage 3 of opening, so maybe it might be open. Usually is on the weekends and all summer long. Hard to believe we're already, we'll soon be a month into summer. Another, well, this is the 11th. 10 more days, we'll be a month into summer. Yeah, it's, time flies. The winter never seems to fly that fast. It seems to drag on and on. And summer goes all too quickly. I'm just looking at all the construction cranes I can see in the background there. I'm going to zoom up so you can have a look at them. The skyline is dotted with construction cranes. We're going to start right over there. If I can get this. Oh, I hit my tracker button now. I got to fix that. Okay, my phone's tracking. So hang on, let's see if I can undo it. No, it's still doing it yet. So let's try this. I think I got it. Okay, I fixed it. Now, I got to be careful not to hit that. All right, let's zoom up. If we can. There we go. I think I got it zoomed up all the way now. All right. From here, I can count 1. And I know there's 3, 4 more up there you can't see from here. They're all way off in the distance, and they're just mostly behind those buildings. You can't see them. So we say there are 4 more, plus the ones you can see right here, and there's more, but those are 4. That's just beyond the view of us. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, And then just beyond that fourth one right there, there's one behind it is 5. And then there's, as we go down, the skyline looks a little different. You'll probably be able to see the rest. There's about 5 or 6 that's visible from right here with the naked eye. I'm going to bring my zoom back out now so you can get a better look at the whole picture here. And I just thought I'd mention that, how much construction is going on downtown here. And there's a real new project I'm really interested in. Yes, a little bit of the waterfront property has been taken. In fact, I think it's 3 acres have been used by developers, but that's okay because they're building a big condo tower, I think, in I don't know if it's a hotel or not, but there's all kinds of shopping and restaurants and things going in the bottom of it. And it's going to add a lot to the waterfront as well as to the skyline. It's that last crane you see right over there before not the container cranes, but the last crane you see in the sky. That's where it's going. And it's going to be a big project. It's going to take 2 years, but it'll be great when it's done. I can't wait to see what else will get built here. I'm excited when things keep building because that means your city is not dead. It's moving. It's advancing. It's building. It's becoming a vibrant place to be because the more stuff gets built, the more things they need for people to do in their spare time. The more people you have, the more things can be supported. So once this virus is completely out of the way, which many of us believe now it's on the way out because of the vaccines we got. And I heard that they were going to tweak the Pfizer vaccine a little bit to handle these variances, and they say we'll handle them quite well anyway, but just to tweak it a little bit to make them a little better, which is fine by me because I haven't got my second one yet. I'm going, I think it's August 8th or 10th for my second one. So if they've tweaked it by then I'm going to be in good shape. And most of the country is getting in good shape now. The numbers are coming way down and they're not going back up. They're not surging, which just goes to show you the vaccine is working. And if there's any non-believers out there that thinks this vaccine is some kind of wicked conspiracy or something, get that out of your head because that's not true. All it is trying to help everybody to stay alive and not get sick, burden the system down with hospitals full of people and doctors all taken, and people can't get simple little operations because the hospitals are full of COVID. That was the case. It's not anymore because we're getting it under control now. I was waiting for about a year for eye surgery for my cataracts. So I waited a long time. I thought I could possibly not be able to go out walking around before I get in there, but the wheels are turning now. I went in for my first consultation. I went back in this week for my measurements because they put a lens in your eye after they take out your cataract, and they do one eye first, then you come back and do the second one a little bit later on, which will be fine with me because my left eye isn't too bad. Well, it's bad enough, but it's not super bad, not like the right one. If all I have was the right one, I wouldn't be walking around. I'd be bumping into trees. So my left one isn't bad, so once I get the right one done, I don't mind waiting a month or two for the left one because it'll still be good. So anyway, enough about that. I just like to let you folks know what's on my mind and what I'm doing. And so if you don't see me for a couple of days, I'll let you know anyway. When I'm going in to get it done, I'll let you all know in one of my videos. And I might be down for a couple of days, home nursing my eye. I think you have to put drops in it and you have to wear a patch for a day or two. or something like that. I heard some stories like that. Can't say anyone's seen anybody firsthand, but I've heard people tell me things like that. So this is a little walking path they have here, and a kids' playground in there, things like that for the kids. But it's a great place to look at the city from because you get a really good view here. It's one of those spots where you get a real good view from here when you come in here. This is like one of the best spots to look at the city. You can look up through these rocks were put here just to keep, you know, if there happen to be high waves come up here, they won't wash the shoreline out. They got these big rocks. And there's the ferry out in the harbor, and there's a few sailboats and things out here today, one over there, and a few small jet skis going around the harbor. So there's our beautiful city from across the harbor right there. Maybe I'll zoom it up just to give you a good view. If I can see in my phone, the sun shining on I think I'll be all right. Okay, we're maxed out right there. Do you want to just look at the city from here with the zoom up? I'll try not to be too shaky and wobbly because it don't look good if you're wobbly and the zoom is up. Okay, looking all the way down to the container terminal with the cranes. 3 of them are flat and 3 of them are up. So there must be some activity going on over there. Anyway, I gotta get my camera up a little bit. There we go. And there is our beautiful downtown Halifax from Dartmouth side. I love it to look at it better from over here because you can just look at the skyline. As you're over there, you're in it. You can't look at it, you're in it. But when you're over here, you can look over at it and it's beautiful. Day or night. Day or night is beautiful. I love the city. I can't say enough about it. I lived in Toronto for 15 years, and yes, it was a big city. We had lots of stuff there and lots of things, but when I came here, I fell in love with Halifax. I never made videos up in Toronto about Toronto. There's other people doing it, but I never did it. And once I got back here, I started thinking about that. Thinking about how much I really love this city, and I want to make videos and tell everybody how wonderful a place this is. I'm going to be the ambassador for Halifax. How's that? Let everybody know how beautiful and wonderful this place is. All right, we'll zoom back out all the way down to 1.0. There we go. Now we'll walk around here a little bit and just enjoy our beautiful day down here. Just enjoy our fabulous day in Halifax, Dartmouth. So this is our halfway through our weekend. We got a long weekend coming up the 1st of August. We got to wait till then. That's our last. We had our last holiday till the 1st of August, and then we'll get a holiday. Then that's nice. Always nice to have a holiday coming up because that means a good family time when you got a holiday. You got time for your family, and they got time for you, and it's wonderful when you get a holiday, which is August the 1st. We will have a holiday. So let's just stand here for a few minutes. I see a ship down there. I don't know if it's moving or just sitting. I think it's just sitting. And this is a little harbor where people keep their yachts. This is pretty much what it is. It's a private harbor for people they probably pay a certain fee and they can park their yachts here all year. When they bring it in, take it out, bring it back in, this is where they go to park it. So it's a nice little inlet here that's protected from the wind and the waves and all that stuff. And there's the ocean right out there, straight out that way, going right out to the Atlantic Ocean. For anyone who has never seen the Atlantic Ocean before, that is the gateway to the Atlantic Ocean right there. Go a little bit more. There we are. I'm maxed out. 7.0 is my max. 1.0 is my farthest away. Okay. Another shot from here at our skyline. Well, somebody's Facebooking me, but I'm going to have to hold off on that Facebook for a few minutes and finish my video, because the video is more important than Facebook, I think. I don't think, I know. I'm not a big Facebook fan anyway. I look at it a little bit. But if anyone wants to talk to me and they're trying to use Facebook, it's a poor way to do it, because sometimes I don't look at stuff on my Facebook for a month. I'll have like 150 notifications on my phone, and I just go clear all. There you go. They're all done. So I'm not a big Facebook user. However, I may answer you on Facebook if you send me a message on Facebook. If you're one of the fortunate few, I'll answer you. Okay? It's why you can't be good in everything, and I'm just not, I don't know. Facebook's not my thing. I use it a little, but it's definitely not something that I just can't live without. It's not like that, no. I could go for weeks and never touch it. So, that's me. That's the way I am. I love YouTube. I can't go an hour without looking at that. YouTube's my thing because I like music, and I like these videos like I make it, and I watch all kinds of other people's videos. I watch videos of Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver. Can't say I watch any Calgary ones. I've seen a little bit of Winnipeg. I haven't really watched Calgary or Edmonton videos. Maybe one day I'll decide to do that. I see a little bench right here. How about I just sit here and let's see what this says. Neither time nor distance will lessen our love. Elizabeth M. Lander, and Thomas N. Lander. They were both born in 1911. One died in 2020 and the other one in 2017. The wife went first and the husband was 2020. And this bench was placed in their honor, in their memory. So I'm just going to sit here and we'll thank those people for donating this bench. There's a few of these around, placed on a little cement pad, and they'll show you the little cement pad there on the bottom, and there you go. Okay, and a great view. You're looking right out. Oh, I see a big boat out there moving. Look at that. We'll just hopefully it'll come in this way. We'll get a look at it. I don't know what it is yet. If it's a fishing boat or I'm not sure. But maybe we'll get a look at it, and maybe we won't. I don't know. My coffee's cold. I've had it for a long time. Shall we zoom out there and see if we can see that boat? All right, get her aimed here, and then we'll see if we can get it on the. Oh, there it is. Now, it turns fast when you're zoomed out, so be patient with me. I'll try to get it focused in the center. There we go. Now, if I can not shake it around, you'll get a look at it. So I think they parked it there, waiting for a dock to bring it in. That's what it looks like. or they could be waiting for a tugboat or pilot boat or something like that. All right, out we go. Speaking of tugboats, I saw in the news that our beloved Theodore tugboat is now up in Ontario. They took the water up around and then got onto the St. Lawrence Seaway, and they're taking the St. Lawrence Seaway. They've already gone past Montreal. They're in Ontario and making their way to Hamilton, where the buyer is going to do something with it there. I'm not sure. Maybe a tourist attraction, maybe. But every kid and every adult knows what Theodore, the tugboat, looks like. So everywhere it goes, it draws the people and they love it. So Theodore is doing really well making that trip to Ontario. We miss him here, but he's doing a good job up there, and maybe it'll be great. They tell everybody that was in Halifax all this time, and they know the show was done in Halifax. I saw the show when I was an adult. I don't think it was out when I was a kid. When I was an adult, I saw it. And I actually sat down and watched it because it was interesting. So, there you go. So, I'm just going to move around a little bit here. We don't have to go all over the place with the camera. Today, this is all about looking at Halifax from the Dartmouth side. That's all we're doing. We're just going to hang around over here and look at Halifax. Where I'll help you out here in case you don't know Halifax. Where I'm looking right now, that's the south end, okay? So you often hear me talking about walking around in the south end. Well, that's the south end. I'm going to try to zoom up a little bit so we can cover this a little better. There. That's the south end of Halifax. That area and that area. That biggest building right in the center of my screen is right at the bottom of Spring Garden Road. When you see me coming down Spring Garden and there's a big building at the end with a lot of windows, that's where that is. That's right at the end of Spring Garden Road on Barrington. Okay? So that is the south end over there. And as I've stated before, the south end is mostly university and residential. There's a few shops and stores down that way, but it's mostly residential, and the university, of course, is in the south end. All right, so now we're coming up here to the center part. The right about where I'm looking right now is where the ferry terminal is on the other side of the harbor. Many times you see me in my videos there because I walk down and stop at Tim Hortons and hang out there, and I end my videos right there. One day I'm going to do a video sitting on the outside in the cafeteria at Tim Hortons, sitting outside and just watching the sights and stuff for a while. Would you like something like that? I find those kind of interesting when you just sit. Instead of me walking around, you sit in one place and watch what's going by. Like right here, it's changing all the time because that boat out there came in, it's parked, and the sailboat's coming down this way, and there's boats out in the harbor, and the ferry boat will be coming back over shortly. And there's all kinds of things that's changing constantly. So, anyways, the downtown area that I'm looking at right now, if it's okay, we'll use the south end as a marker. There's the big building in the south end. Now we'll start up this way. There, that's downtown. The south end's not a huge area, and it's a small step from the south end to downtown. So one thing about Halifax, you got to understand, is it's condensed. It's not spread all over the place. It's not like if you're in Toronto and you go from north end to south end. It'd be quite a drive. It'd be a long ways to walk, or from east, like Scarborough, to the west, Mississauga. that would be too much to walk. You could walk it, but it'd probably take you all day if you left in the morning. So here in Halifax, I can walk from the north end to the south end in about 45 minutes. That's if I'm well up into the north and I'm going right down to the end of Barrington. That's about 45-minute walk for me. All right. So anyway, there's downtown. Right there. Sorry, I got sun shining on my screen, so if I don't get this just right, it's because I can see myself in the screen and not the city. But there's the downtown. There's the heart of downtown Halifax right there. I got to try not to wobble this too much. I'm just going to leave it right there. That right there is the heart of downtown Halifax. Isn't it beautiful? I think it is. It's not spectacular in size, and we don't have skyscrapers that are 50, 60, 70 floors, or 90 like they're getting in Toronto now. But our city is nice. It's a very nice place, and it's a friendly place. I go over there all the time, and I'm walking around, and I meet up with people and talk and have a chat. I'm starting to know a lot of the people that are on the street over there because I'm over there walking around all the time, and I don't ask people their names. If they want to tell me, that's okay, but I don't ask them their names. I just I take them at face value. I don't need to know their names. If they ask me mine, I'll tell them. I don't volunteer it, not for any certain reason, but if they ask me, I'll tell them. If they Oh, that boat's coming closer. Look, we didn't get a good look at that yet. I think it's a container ship, and I think it's going up to the other harbor, the other container terminal up in the north end, northwest end of the city. Because he's down here a little bit too far down to be going to that one over there, I think. Unless he swings around. But anyway, we'll catch up with him in a few minutes. We're going to go back to where we were, talking about the skyline of Halifax. And okay, so we were downtown, which is right over there. We're downtown. By the time I get done my little rant about the city, the ferry should be back over, and we can watch the ferry boat come in and dock. Okay? And anyway, let's continue on up towards the north end. I'm still on my telephoto here, so it's a little bit wobbly. I'll try not to wobble too much. From about here on up, where those two cranes are over there, that's where I consider the start of the north end right there. You're going up past Staples and the police station, and then you start down Cottage, and that's the north end. So everything above that is the north end. So all of this city you see over here, that's all the north. There's quite a large area of the north end, much bigger than the south end. That's all the north end, and it goes up past the bridge. And let me see if I can see in my. It's hard to see because of the reflection. There's the McDonald Bridge. I know I'm still on my telephoto here, but I'll bring it down shortly, and maybe I will now, because it's hard to not wobble it when it's on the telescopic. So we'll zoom it back out, and that way it won't be so wobbly. There's a little motorboat just heading back out, going by here. And that container ship is getting closer. We'll swing back around and have a look at that, and then we'll continue on with our little ramble about the city. There he is. Whoops. No, I'm in the wrong area. No, wait, I think I got him here. My camera fools me. Sometimes not where you think it is. There it is. Okay, right there. I'm going to try not to wobble too much because I want to bring it back up so you can see that boat. There's the container ship. Slowly making its way up through the harbor. Pretty good size. It's not super large. And it's got, I think he's loading it up here because it don't seem to have anything much on it. There might be some containers on it. It looks mostly unloaded. So he's going to load that up in the north end, the other pier. And I see you got some tugboats escorting them in. I don't know if you can see the tugboat on here or not, maybe. Yeah, you should be able to. Right on the back of the boat there, you can see a tugboat. And there's probably one on the other side too. So yeah, he's empty, and he's going up here to load up, put some containers on that boat before he goes out. Probably be here, quite a few hours getting that all loaded up. Anyways, we'll get another picture of that when it gets closer, okay? So we'll zoom back out, and we'll look back over at our beloved city. Now, let's see, the McDonald Bridge is up there. Okay, McDonald Bridge is up there. And beyond that, a little bit more, is the McKay Bridge, but I don't think we're going to be able to see the McKay Bridge from here. But it's just up there a little bit more, okay? So the north end is all up there, up that area. And it goes back. It's not just what you see here by the water, but the north end goes back quite a ways because you're past the hill. Well, Citadel Hill is in the middle right there, so there's not a lot beyond what you can see unless you go all the way over the hill. Then there's city beyond that. So this way, the north end doesn't have a hill, and it just goes on. There's nothing to get in the way if you're going up to the north end. So you actually got a lot more in the north end than you got in the south end, and so they're all different. The north end, the south end, the downtown area, they've all got some charm. I love them all. I love the south end too. I go there a lot. And our waterfront goes all the way, our boardwalk area goes all the way from right downtown, all the way down through the south end. And you're pretty much to the train station and bus station and all that stuff. I heard, speaking of the train station, there hasn't been any trains running, but I heard they're starting up again. The Via Rail to Montreal is going to be starting back up because the COVID thing is getting under control and things are opening back up and people are starting to travel. So Via Rail is going to open back up. So happy about that. That's part of our history. We don't want to see Via Rail go. We want to see it stay here for a long time. All right, let's see if we can do one more zoom up of that boat as it's going by, okay? There you go. Look at that. All those notches on that, that's where the containers get fastened down in those. And then they pile up. Each and every one has to be fastened. It takes a long time to load a container ship because the crane has to put it on, but then the workers have to fasten them down. So if you get into a rough sea, they don't fall off into the ocean. So a little bit of carelessness could end up costing the company a lot of money. So everything has to be fastened down securely. And you can see a tugboat coming along there and off to the side. And the ferry boat heading over way back in the distance. Maybe you can see it, maybe you can't. So let's walk out here a little bit. I can't walk too far, but we'll walk out to the edge of this walkway and get as close as we can to that boat. That's as close as we can get right there. So we'll look over at it one more time before we have to focus on something else. Okay, so I gotta zoom it back out a little bit so you can get a better look at the whole boat. There. All right, that's the container ship that's heading up. Oh, he's got some on there. It looks like there's a few containers on the back. So he must be going to unload them up there. or they loaded them somewhere else and they're picking up the rest of the load here. I'm not sure exactly which way it would be. Anyways, the ferry boat is coming over, so we're going to hang around and watch him dock. And there's a lot of people watch these videos. They've never been to Halifax. They just see these beautiful shots that I'm taking here, and they see the city, but they have no idea how to get around here and what you do and all that stuff. So the ferry is one way to cross the harbor. You can take the bridges, or you can drive all the way up around the Bedford Basin and get over there if you don't want to take the bridge or the ferry. And you can take a bus. The bus will go across the bridge. So you can take a bus over, you can take a ferry over, you can drive over. There's all kinds of ways to get over there. And anyway, last look at the container boat, and we're going to walk back over this way now. And then this grassy area and head back over to the terminal area. And there's a little park here as well. Maybe we'll walk through that and show you the park. I know I probably have before, but we'll do it again. It won't hurt. So there's our walkway where we came up, and we'll walk through the park area. Oh, it looks like there's going to be a concert here, because there's a stage, a big stage put in here. That means there's going to be a festival or something, some kind of a show on that big portable stage that's in here. Oh, that's going to be a big, if that's a concert, they're going to be big name bands, because that's a gigantic stage. That's a good stage to be on. All right. I'm a musician, but I've never played on a big stage, one of these big. I played on that long, but not that deep. That means it's a big, they got a lot of equipment on here. If they got a stage that deep and the stairs going up in the back, and the performers will be out here, but there'll be so much stuff back there. So it's a big stage. And there goes a little dog running. I love dogs. Love my cat too, but I really love dogs. Well, there's our little park area right here. That's the area for kids to play in, and Kiwanis Playground. So I would say the Kiwanis Club has built that. And we're going to walk back over on this side. We got a little different benches over here. They're made of wood instead of the steel ones that are on. No, there's wooden ones there too. I guess there's a mixture, wooden and steel. So I got wooden ones here. And we'll just walk along this. And how long have I been making this video anyways? Let's see if I can tell. Wow, can you believe this has been going on for 40 minutes? Wow, I don't know where the time goes. I really don't. But I'm having fun making these videos, and I love talking to you folks. The ferry's just coming in. We missed that. We'll hang around and watch it go out, okay? Since I got in there and didn't watch it come in. As I promised, we'd watch it come in, but why? I got over here and it got in before I got back over there. So that's okay. We will watch it when we go over. We'll go back over towards the terminal, which is right there. Sometimes I get have the experience of watching a train come through here. Train tracks right there too. Right past that fence right there is the train track. And they put trains together over here when they come from different points to Halifax, and then they're going to Montreal or Toronto or something, and they have to put it all together. So they have about 6 or 7 or 8 tracks over there where they work making up the different trains. And when they get one all together, then an engine or several engines come down and hook onto it, and away they go with it to Montreal or wherever it's going. going in that direction. So it's kind of fun watching them do that. And the train comes right. You can stand like 10 feet from the train and see it go by. One day I'll be standing here and I'll see one coming by and I'll video it so you can see it. Okay, we want to get where we can see that boat go out, that ferry when it pulls out. So maybe I'll walk over here again and try to get out there on that pier. Oh, I know where to go. We'll go on this pier. We'll get a better view. Okay, we're going to go over here, and there's another ship coming in. Oh, we got some ship activity here now. It was quiet here when I got here, but now I see we got some ships. The container ship is just went under the bridge. Just went under the bridge. And there's another ship coming in over here. So we're getting some ship activity. And we're going to watch the ferry go out. Ferry boat's still there. It's not going out yet. Oh, there, look, I was just talking about the train. And look, there it goes. We'll get over here and get a little bit of a look at it. We'll try to get the train and the ferry boat. Okay, he's picking up steam. He might be heading out with that train. Now, isn't that fun? I wish I would have been right beside the track when it went by, but that's close enough, I guess. Isn't that cool? You can walk right beside the train when it's moving. That really is. Anyways, that's the train. We don't want to miss the ferry, so we're going to head back over here and try to video this ferry going out. When they get a train all made up here, heading out is quite long. But this is the spot where they do it, where they put the trains together. They come in small trains from different pickups, places where they loaded some cars and maybe they got 10 cars or something. They bring them over here, put them on it's like a siding where they got several tracks, and that's where they park them until they get enough together to make a train, and then the engines, the shunting engines, put it all together and make up a train. And this is where they do it, right here. So we'll come over here and try to catch the ferry pulling out. I have made a couple of videos riding the ferry, but this time we're just going to be watching the ferry. When people first come to Halifax and they find out about the ferries, that's one of the first things you have to do is ride the ferry. Even if you're not going anywhere, you're just going to get on it because you want to do it. It's great in the summer. When the summer is hot, it's really muggy out. Jump on that ferry and get out over the water, and it's quite a bit cooler. It's cooler right where I'm standing than it is on the street. So the water definitely does cool you down. So I'm just going to stand here and we'll watch it go. It's probably going to take off soon. I don't think it's that one. I think it's the other one. The other one beside it is the one that's going to be going out. So we'll get right out here at the end of the wharf and we can get a good look at it going by. All right? And there's the McDonald Bridge in the background. That bridge has been here for a very long time. It's pretty much an iconic bridge here in Halifax. It's like you can't see Halifax without seeing the McDonald Bridge. Okay, we're going to zoom up on the bridge a little bit, and then we'll look at the ferry. It's just pulling out. Okay. There's the McDonald Bridge. Now we're going to zoom back out because we want to focus on the ferry. There. There goes the Halifax Ferry, the HRM ferry, which is called the Vincent Coleman. Vincent Coleman is the name of the ferry. So if you want to watch it go, that's what we'll do. There, gotta get focused here. There we go. With all the reflections of the sun on this screen, it's hard to see sometimes, so I got it in under the peak of my hat so I can do it. With the sun, well, I kind of blocking the sun out now. Okay, so that's one of our ferries going. I think we have 3 of those here, I believe. Could be more. I think there's 3. We're about to get more though. There's plans in the works for a new ferry terminal up by the end of the Bedford Basin, and they're going to be upgrading these terminals, and they're supposed to be getting new boats, and I heard they're electric. So state of the art. Good for Halifax. All right, there's another boat over there, but I don't think he's coming up here. They don't look that way, but it could be. It's hard to say. We will see. So anyways, one more last look at our beautiful city. We'll start right there. There's Dartmouth. There's the bridge. And there's the north end of Halifax, all the way over. And where the boat is headed, that's downtown. And then all the way down where the cranes are, that's the south end. And I think we pretty much covered what you can see from the waterfront here in Dartmouth. That's about all you see of Halifax from here. It's been a great hour I've spent here with you. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, hit that like button. And if you're not a subscriber yet, become a subscriber just by hitting subscribe. And if you really love these videos, you can hit that notification bell and you'll get a little ding every time I make a new video. So I'm just going to turn it around here to sign off. Okay, bye for now.